Probably. Yeah.
Not so amount.
25 remain. They hit us hard that time, we'll settle for
Direct naar je kop op je stream.
YouTube, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Blade Gunner again with another video to make you a better Warzone player. So this video is going to be about aiming, your settings for aiming, and just how to improve your aim in Warzone. Now, I haven't played Call of Duty in many years. I started with Modern Warfare and I noticed there was something weird with my aim. I couldn't explain it. I thought it was just ring rust because I hadn't played for so long. Then I looked up some videos, did some research, and there are a lot of settings you have to change if you are a new player for your aim to be decent. Like, if you have never noticed this or never touched any of the settings, make sure to watch this video and just tell me in the comments what you learned from this, because I had to change a lot and there was a lot of new stuff I didn't know, and I hope I can help you guys with this one. It's basically focused on console players, but PC players will get many tips as well. Okay, see you guys next time. Let's hop into the video. Okay guys, first of all, let's see what we got first. The button layout preset is like a really important one. Most people just use standard. I've always been a tactical kind of guy. The reason for this is you can see the highlighted ones in blue. Your melee and your crouch, prone and slide button are changed from the standards. So what this does is when I'm aiming and shooting, my right analog stick will allow me to prone. It will allow me to drop shot. The thing I like about it is drop shot is like the oldest trick in the book and it's still very effective. The thing I like is you can aim, crouch, drop and shoot at the same time. So it's just all with that one analog stick. You can keep aiming, keep going down and keep shooting without moving your thumb. Any other preset will make you have to move your thumb to another button, so that's why I use that. Now I'm going to tell you guys one thing that's important here. I use pedals on the back of my controller. Like, I'm going to show it real quick. On the Xbox Elite controller, you have 4 pedals on the back. You can do this on PlayStation as well, like SCUF controllers. You can even buy those pedals for like 20 euros, I think, to just add on your controller. Now I'm really happy with the Elite controller, because it has an entire settings page on your Xbox itself, meaning you can see it right there. My buttons X, Y, B and A are basically my 4 pedals behind. Like, I only have 2 now, if you can see them. I have one here and one here, because 4 was too much for me. I kept accidentally pressing them, so I used 2. And you can basically just put in any button you want for a pedal. Like, as you can see, normally it are the 4 buttons X, Y, B and A. I made it so, playing on tactical, that I can crouch with my right analog stick. I made it so that I do that with my right pedal now. So when I use my right pedal, the controller reacts to it as if I'm pressing down my analog stick. So I will very easily crouch and drop shot. My other pedal is A, and that's jumping. So I will do a movement video on another day. That's not for today, but just a small peek. It's just jumping and sliding and crouching is like the most important thing in Warzone for me. So those are my 2 pedals. I jump with this one and I crouch with this one. So if you don't use it, like, honestly, it's worth the money if you play a lot. I enjoy it a lot. Okay, next settings. The stick layout preset, just leave it at this. It's just going to confuse you if you change this. Invert vertical look, you're fucking insane if you change this. Just means like if you go up, that in game you will go down. Fucking crazy. The dead zone. The dead zone, I had no clue what the dead zone was when I started playing Call of Duty. well, start playing Call of Duty again because I haven't played in years, so I'm in Modern Warfare. Okay, everyone with a controller knows this. You're looking at a wall and you're not touching anything and your aim is doing this. It means you smash your controller one too many times on your desk. Or your controller is getting old. Now, there's a super easy way to fix this. And that's by adjusting the dead zone. The dead zone means if you move your analog stick in the center, like really slightly adjust it, that's the dead zone, like a small little circle in the center that where reactions will not be adjustments will not be picked up by me. So what it means is you start at 0, so no dead zone. Okay, your joystick will pick up any movement you make. Now, if you put this at 0, you can see I have stick drift. My aim is just going on its own. Now, what you should do here is just bump it up, and then each time see if you still have it. Now, my dead zone is around 8, but if it's too high, if it's like 12 or higher, it basically means that you won't be able to be really accurate because those little movements in the center with your joystick will not be picked up. So if it's getting too high, it just means your controller is getting old, it's time for a new one or to replace something. Now, the sensitivity itself. I've always been a low sensitivity kind of player when I use regular guns. This is for Warzone, this video. In Warzone, regular guns are the meta. Sniping is not the meta in Warzone. When you use a sniper, or when I use a sniper, I go for a high sensitivity. When I'm not, I go for a low sensitivity. With sniping, you want to be able to quickscope to immediately snap to someone's head. With regular guns, you need accuracy. I need it. There are people that use 2020 and can use regular guns. That's just crazy to me. I can't do that. Now, the ADS multiplier low zoom and high zoom. Again, this was new for me, so I'm just going to teach you guys what I learned about it. The low zoom means any kind of scope you have on your gun or the iron sights that's below a 3.25 magnification. Meaning, everyone knows the VLK that I have on my AMAX here. It's the most used scope in Warzone. This has a 3.0 magnification, meaning it's still affected by the low zoom. If I use a sniper scope, then it will be much more than a 3.0 magnification. That will go to the high zoom settings. Now, why don't I have these at the same? Now, the thing is, with low zoom, it's for regular guns. With low zoom, 0.85 basically means you only use 85% of the speed of your regular sensitivity. When I'm ADS means aiming down sight, when I'm doing this. So, when I'm moving around, looking around, my sensitivity is at 7. 7 vertical, 7 horizontal. When I'm ADS, it's way slower than when I do this. This is because it's only 85% of the speed of my regular sense. And that's why it's at 0.85, so I can be more accurate when I'm zooming in with a regular gun. Now, why did I bump it up with a sniper, with a high zoom? Because with a sniper, of course, I still want to be fairly accurate, but I still want to be able to do snappy shots, like I want to be able to quickly snap to someone's head, so I put it at a 95% speed of my sensitivity. Next, we have the aim response curve type, which is a really weird one. Stick with me here, guys. A linear. No, we're going to start with a linear because it's the easiest to explain. Linear means if you adjust your joystick and you move it to the right at the same speed, whether you are at the center or at the outside, oh, you can't see it. When you are at the center or the outside, it will react at the same speed in game. Your aim will react with the same speed. That's linear. One-to-one scaling. When you have standard aim assist is what anyone has when you start the game. It's been around in almost any Call of Duty that you played before. Basically means when you are ADS with aim assist on a target, your little movements, with if you just adjust your joystick in the center with little movements, your aim will react slow to them. So your little movements in the center are slow. And then if you go more to the outside of the joystick, then you will start going really fast. It accelerates. Now, the opposite occurs when you use dynamic, and it sounds weird on paper, but dynamic is actually the best one in my opinion. Most of the pro players use dynamic. It's still personal preference. If you do fine with standard, by all means keep it on standards. But if you just want to try it out, dynamic is the opposite. It means you have little quick snappy movements in the center of your joystick. Basically, if there's two enemies, you can shoot and quickly snap to a second target and start shooting him. With standard, it's going to be slower to snap to the next target. And the further you go with your joystick to the outside, the more smooth it becomes. So you have quick little snaps in the middle, in the center of your joystick. The further you go to the outside, the slower and smoother it gets. It sounds a little weird, but just try it out on bots and you will just easily pick multiple enemies apart. Then the controller vibration it will just distract you a lot. Like, I've never played a shooter where I was like, oh, I like the controller vibration. It just messes up your aim and distracts you. It's annoying, just disable it, please. And I think that was it for controller settings. Okay, part 2 of my video will be about little tips I can give you. I'm just going to give you little tips to improve your aim in-game, which I've been a Call of Duty player for years when I was younger, and I never actually thought about it until I learned it, like this year from playing Call of Duty, watching loads of videos. Now, the one most important thing that will help you the most of everything is this little dot in the center of your screen, your crosshair, this little white dot when you're not ADSing, you're not aiming down sight. This is exactly where your aim will be when you zoom in. Now, for many people it's going to be, oh yeah, obviously that everyone knew that, but there are many people that just don't think about it. This little point in the center of your screen should always be at the exact place where you expect your enemy. Like, if I spectate anyone and they are running around like this, I just get nauseous. I get a headache. It just makes me feel weird. Like, if there is an enemy, they have to snap all the way up to them, then start shooting. And in Call of Duty, you can kill someone in milliseconds. So every millisecond counts. Just keep your reticle, your that little point in the center, always at where you think the enemy will be. And then when he is there, you just ADS, your aim assist will do the rest, and you just stick your aim to him. If you are just running around and I'm looking at this and there's someone right here where I expect him, I still have to lose a bit of time. So always keep this little reticle. I expect him to be right around the corner, just keep it close to the corner. Always keep it there. Many people do this, and I'm still guilty of it as well. Like, I have my reticle to the door, but I'm looking here. Like, don't do that. Always look with your reticle. I'm not sure if reticle is the right word here, but always look at the white point there, with the white dot. Always do that. Wherever you expect enemies, and then when they are there, just quickly snap onto them. Always do that. Never look at the ground. Make it just weird and you will lose time. That's the most important tip I can give you. Next up, I'm going to show you how to actually train your aim on console, because it's not an easy thing to do. Other than just experiencing many gunfights, it's hard to train, but in this Call of Duty I found a way to really improve your aim that you can do for free easily every day. On PC you have Kovacs, if I remember correctly, for aim training. Sadly enough, for console that doesn't exist, and I don't fully agree with aim training on Kovacs, because it's just your basic aim without recoil, without without, yeah, just every type of game is different, I think. Like, it's just a basic aim that it's a foundation, and then you should do this, even if you're on PC. Go to a custom game, so let me show you. In multiplayer, go to the bottom, private match and custom game, then game setup. You pick a small map like Happy Yard. Mode is free for all. Well, that's how I do it at least. Then the game rules are important. Put the time to unlimited. Put it to about 50 points. It's just whatever you like to do. Then go to advanced. No, not advanced. Then go to player aim. Number of lives unlimited, but max health is the most important one. Max health. If you are playing Call of Duty multiplayer, then your max health is 100 HP. When you are playing Warzone and you drop in with 2 plays out of 3, you have 200 health. Now, so you start with 100. If you have no shields in Warzone, it's 100. You put a plate in, it's 150. You put another plate in, it's 200. And your third plate is going to be 250 health points. When you want to train your aim for Warzone, put in 250 points. Now, I've seen some content creators say put it to 300, so you will just be overdoing it and it will look easier in real game, but I personally prefer it to be exactly the same as in Warzone, so that it just becomes muscle memory and you just automatically know, like, he should be dead around this point, or I should have him killed with this many bullets. So that's why I still use 250. Keep all the rest the same. Go to bot setup. Get 11 bots. Bot difficulty, just regular. Just if you want to improve your aim, just put it to regular. Then, next up, your choice of weapon for this is really important. Now, the sad thing about this is you can't use Cold War guns because we are in multiplayer of Modern Warfare. If you use Modern Warfare guns, pick your same loadout as in Warzone. That's just obviously the best thing you can do for the muscle memory of that certain gun and the recoil pattern. Now, I use a lot of Cold War guns like the M16 and the FFAR. I can't use them, so what I do for pure basic aim training is I go to the Grau. Why do I go to the Grau? The Grau is one of the weakest guns in Warzone. It will take the longest time to kill someone in Warzone, and that's perfect for aim training. The gun doesn't move if you aim. It almost doesn't move, so you have a perfect aim, as if you're almost training in Kovacs, and it will take a long time to kill someone. Now, what I see many people do that are struggling with aim is they hit their first shot, and then it's hard to stick their aim to them while shooting. So they hit the first shot and then their aim just goes in every direction. Use a Grau here in the custom game, start a match, and I'll show you guys. It will have a low time to kill, so you will have to hit every bullet. Now, another thing is there are content creators that say put on headshots only in the options. Now, I understand why you would do that, but it's just not realistic. Like, if you start to shoot at someone's head, the recoil is going to bump it up higher than his head. If you are the person that can start shooting at someone's head, at the top of his head, and control the recoil, then you are insane to me. I can't do that. I always suggest hitting the chest and then go up to his head. Let the recoil make you go up to his head. So my aim is a little off here. This is the chest, so I want to start at the chest and then go to headshots. There I wanted to aim at the head too much, which made me miss my shots here. So you're going to see, my aim is not on point. When I'm not playing Call of Duty, my aim is always a little bit off. But you're going to see, just by seeing this, by playing, my aim will be better and better and better. Still no headshot, so that was an L. Almost a headshot. That was a headshot. and just start at the chest and then go to the head. But don't start at the head. And then if you just do this like for 10 minutes, your aim will be improved a lot. So many of you are going to look at me now and be like, he almost has a 2.0 KD, and I can see that his aim isn't too good actually. That's because I have to warm up every single time when I play. I never have a good aim when I start. And then just go for the headshot. And now my aim is starting to smooth out. Now it's going better and better and better. Then swap to another gun. And now you can already tell the difference with my first shots and these shots. I'm sticking to the head way cleaner now. And now I really snap to his head. And now my aim is on point. And this is honestly what I do, what I should do every day before I start my Warzone games. If I don't do this, my aim will just go all around the map. And now it's starting to smooth out. And that's basically it, guys. Just keep your reticle at where you think your opponent will be. And then just start aiming at the chest and let the rest speak for itself. Then just go to the head. Use scavenger as well to get the ammo. And then just use this to practice, that's all. Okay guys, this is it for the video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Make sure to like and subscribe. Love the support you gave me on the last video on my Twitch. Follow me live daily on Twitch, and hope to see you soon guys. See ya.